and we are good to go.
Okay.
Still loading.
Yeah, and there's a delay here too, so we want to turn the sound off on this, right?
Yes.
Yeah, my phone is, there you go.
Yeah, because that is a confusing thing.
All right, we're live.
We are live. All right, let me set this up and we are good to go. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being at Hemp Your Health with us. Thank you for making time for yourself, for your health, and for your education. We have two very special, very handsome guests today. We have Gerry Borreggine, who is the president and CEO of Therapedic International. Therapedic has grown to over 50 licenses that manufactures therapeutic branded products throughout the world. Prior to this, he was president of a sleep shop chain in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and he serves on the board and as chairman on both the Better Sleep Council and the ISPA. He is a Rutgers University graduate and he lives in West Berlin, New Jersey with his wife and cats. Then we also have S2S's very own president, Shane Mutter, who also comes from the sleep and bedding background. So we have two experts that are going to explain some health solutions, bedding solutions, and how CBD is infiltrating and why it's infiltrating into the sleep industry. So before we start, I just want to explain what Americans do and why this is ridiculous. So I'm going to read something to you from a book called The 100-Year Lie. As a culture, we make up myths when we don't like the evidence of what is happening to us. We redefine this as normal. Well, let me tell you, lack of sleep is not normal, and it is the short and medium and long chain health consequences of lack of sleep are very detrimental, not only to your immune system, your neurological system, your moods, but it also really impairs how you regenerate, rebuild, and continue as a healthy individual. So how do we dig right in? Gerry, I want people to understand how innovative the bedding and sleep industry is. And you have one of the most innovative products as a solution for sleep. Would you please introduce that to us? And
happy to do that. You know, the bedding industry has been a very innovative industry really forever, but in the last 25 years especially, we've come out with so many products and so many elements to the products that enhance sleep. Things like visco foam came out about 25 years ago, and an entire company has sprung from that and is actually the market leader right now. We've had things like copper infused foam. We've had special coils, copper pocketed coils, continuous coils, open coils. And then we add fabrics to it. You know, we've had things like cooling fabrics, aromatherapy fabrics. The sleep industry really has always pushed the envelope for innovation and new products. So about 2 years ago, Shane and I started talking when Shane made this career change into the S2S's company. At that same time, our vice president, Susan Mathis, her husband was launching a CBD personal care product line. And it just became into my head. It got into my head. We started researching it, and we came up with things that we unveiled things that you all know, but I think the average American didn't know that CBD has been clinically proven to reduce anxiety. CBD is being used in sleep clinics throughout the United States to help deal with insomnia. And when you look at what the effects of the product were, I said, how can this not be good in a mattress? How can How can stress reduction, insomnia reduction, how can all these things not be good inside a mattress? And then we just started to work on how could we actually bring it into the mattress, but actually produce some type of result? And that's where Shane and I started working. And Shane, you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, no, CBD is definitely a hot topic and has been for a number of years now. And it's really to the point where it takes an innovator like yourself to come in and say, look, I see what's happening, I see the research, and I understand it. And you really took the reins and ran with it and figured out a way to incorporate it into the bed, the fabric, the foams, the layers underneath, to help assist in telling a story and promoting CBD in general. And so when you and I first met about this, it was really intriguing to me. And then of course we started to put some plans in place, and here we are. And I feel like CBD has been suppressed since, or hemp has been suppressed since 1937, and then of course really got the squash put down on it in 1970 with the legislative bills that were passed, and essentially made it illegal even for industrial farming of hemp. And so here we are. You have a plant that 83 years later is being allowed to be grown. And we are finding ways. And like I said, you're an innovator, Gerry. You always have been. And you're highly regarded and admired in your industry. And so to come up with a product like this to complement the various aspects of sleep and help people get a better night's sleep, I've got to tip my hat to you, because you really pioneered this. And as a result of that, we've seen other companies, really great companies, come up with some ideas of their own and some products that are going to make a difference. And I know Therapedic, with your channels of distribution and the wonderful retailers that you have across this country, you'll be able to speak in volumes to them and also educate people on hemp and cannabis and CBD the right way, because you're a man of integrity. I've always said that, and I really am honored and thrilled to be working with you and just talking to you about this product and about the Therapedic brand. So, Christy, it looks like you've pulled up some of the Be Calm product slides.
Yes.
All right.
This mattress is absolutely fascinating, and I would love the audience to understand the innovation that you captured in this, and some of the technology and research that went into it, just so all those naysayers out there can listen up and hear that there is real science and research backing this incredible mattress.
One of the things I would like to say about it is this CBD phenomenon, you see it everywhere in advertisements, and you go to your grocery store, it's there. There's a lot of excitement about this product right now, and there's also a lot of confusion about it. But one of the things that happened when we released this product in January at Las Vegas last January, not the best timing, it was right before COVID, but we'll talk about that because we're going to reintroduce it this coming January. But people had a tendency, they were so excited about it, they wanted to interpret it as the be-all to end-all, that it would cure all their sleeping problems. And one of the things that Shane and I talked about is we want to be cautious about that, because it's really not how it works. It's not the panacea. It's not the primary sleep aid in healthy sleep, in a healthy sleep environment. It's just part of that healthy sleep environment. So you still need to do all the proper things in terms of nutrition, exercise, cooling down before you go to bed, things that are just good hygiene, sleep hygiene things. But this product in that environment, it puts the wind to your sails. It's just another positive thing about it. So it's not going to be, if you're not sleeping and you say you buy this mattress, it's going to put you out like a light. That's not the way it works, but it's part of a healthy sleep environment. And how can it not be good when it helps reduce anxiety and it's being treated for insomnia? So when we presented it in Las Vegas, it was just dramatically received. It was, everybody wanted to see this product. It was 3 products. We come in with three model product line. Everyone wanted to look at it. Everyone was rather impressed by it. And you know what's interesting? The bigger stores seemed to get it better than the little guys, which was a surprise to me, because I always consider myself I was a smaller operator. We had 25 stores, and that was still small. But I thought the little guys would look at it as a differentiation item that they could have that the big guys didn't have. But a lot of the little guys didn't get it. They didn't understand it. And they were also skeptical about it because they were asking the hard questions. Well, how does the CBD come through the mattress? And how does it going to affect me? And they're all good questions, by the way. But, you know, they were concerned, is this a fad? Well, we don't think it's a fad. We think this is a real thing. And we just think we're one of the first guys in on it. And we're not going to be the biggest guy in on it. I think this year and next year, once this COVID thing starts to dissipate, I think you're going to see some really big mattress companies embrace this concept, because we all embrace the same things as it is. You know, when Tempur foam came out, you know, maybe one company started with it, then another company starts, and then another company, and same thing with gel foam. Gel foam was really introduced by one of the big guys, and then, you know, the other guys start to get on it. And I just think we're just the pioneer in the CBD thing. I think you're going to see the big brands using it, and little brands are going to start using it. And the trick is going to be how effectively can we thread it through the product, literally and figuratively? How can we make it really work for the ultimate user, the consumer? So that's been our challenge. In our case, the Be Calm line is what we named it. And that actually line was named, I want to give the credit to Susan Mathis. She really came up with the name Be Calm. It's the letter B - calm. We were so excited when we put it all together because we found a foamer who was able to inject the CBD oil into the top layer of foam. We wanted all the CBD to be as tight to the surface as possible. So we found a foamer, a very respectable foamer that we do business with. They put the CBD in a graphite layer of foam. And then we found a very good ticking company to put it in on the top layer of the ticking. It's actually treated, the ticking is treated with CBD so that it would emit, it would be thermal translucent, or what are we calling that, Seth or Shane? How are we?
Transdermal side.
Yeah. It you know, friction on the surface will help release the esters, and it will emanate into the room. And again, you know, we're certainly cognizant of the fact that you put a mattress pad on your mattress, you put sheets on your mattress, and all these things do reduce it. Would it be even better if you slept on the mattress, just naked, you know, pure mattress without bedclothes on it?
Yes.
Yeah, but that's not the way we sleep. So we're starting to now, you know, we've been 1 year fooling around with this, so it's like really experimenting with it. Mm-hmm. And now we're coming up with an idea with Seed to System that maybe we're going to come up with a topical spray that we could put on pillowcases or put on top sheets of mattresses. And we don't have the time frame of that, but Shane, with his research, is going to help us. Should we do it every week? Should we do it every month? But this would enhance the effect of the CBD, and it certainly would multiply its potency.
I love this. So when people ask you, well, how long do the benefits of the CBD last in the mattress? Do you have any evidence for how long it lasts?
Well, we the suppliers we work with, the foamer feels that the CBD will remain with the foam for the lifetime of the product. So if the mattress is kept for 5 years, it'll be in there and affected the whole time. If it's kept 15 years, it may be on a downward curve, you know, maybe a little less effective, but it won't ever just dissipate. So the CBD will always be in the foam. In the top cover, the manufacturer feels that the CBD will remain effective between a 7 to 9 year period, which, by the way, is right around the expectant lifetime of the product. You know, one of the things the Better Sleep Council has talked about is when should you replace your mattress? And on average, when I started in the Better Sleep Council, the average was 12 years. People were keeping a mattress 12 years.
Wow.
And then it went down to like 10.9. And right now, the bigger and better retailers are really suggesting around a 7 to 8 year life cycle for a mattress. You should really be very critical in terms of your evaluation of your sleep surface every 7 or 8 years.
I agree. That has so much to do with sleep hygiene. Just even the CBD, I don't know if we've measured this or not, but CBD is a natural antimicrobial. And so you're not only increasing your air quality, but your sleep quality, and all the benefits from the little disbursements that are going off. But we don't wear our clothes for 10 to 12 years. Most people don't. We replace them, and we use our bed every single day.
It's true. It's not only sleep hygiene, Christy, it's really just really hygiene, cleanliness hygiene. That thing needs to be replaced in about a 7 or 8 year period. For I don't care how clean your house is and how fastidious you are about your covers, and we are, but those things, they are collectors of airborne particles, and after a certain amount of time, they need to be replaced from a hygiene standpoint. And from a breathability and air quality standpoint, it really does make a difference to the sleeper. It really does.
Did I see charcoal in there in your mattress too?
Yeah, there is a layer of a foam charcoal on one or two of the items. Every one of these models is utilizing state-of-the-art components. So it's not like we're coming up with like, hey, and we threw a layer of horsehair in one of them. That's not how we're doing it. Everything is really, forward-thinking material. And the other thing that's cool about the BCOM line, the big thing in the mattress business today is consumer direct is consumers are getting mattresses delivered to their front door in a box that are coming off the UPS or the FedEx truck. The BCOM line it's able to be flat packed like a traditional mattress and delivered, or it's able to be rolled and boxed and could come in a carton to your home like that. So we engineered the product so it could be roll packed and delivered to your home in a what they call bed in a box.
Well, the convenience is so important, and people tell us a lot about us in the CBD space. Like when it comes down to choosing a brand, there also needs to be that evidence of convenience. It can't be challenging and 10 extra steps to get a mattress. So I love that people can get this to their doorstep. Is it firm? Is it soft? Are there choices in that?
Well, there's 3 models, Christy. We have 3 models and there are various comfort levels, I would say. They're all firm support mattresses, but they have varying levels of top comfort. So some are a little maybe firmer to the touch. There might be a medium one in there. And then there's one, I don't like to say the word soft, but I would say there's one very plush one in there. And yeah, soft is not like a good term for mattresses. People don't want to think about they're sleeping on a soft mattress. They're still ingrained. They think that they need to sleep on a hard mattress, which is not the case. They just need a firm, supportive mattress. And these BCOM lines, all 3 models in the line have that firm support, but they have varying degrees of comfort. So you have 3 choices. I said to you, it was really, really very, very well received in Vegas. Then unfortunately, COVID happened and most of our factories have not even been able to produce any new product. And we're just producing our rank and file products this year. So with that being said, one of our factories is starting to produce BCOM and is having nice placements and having good results with it. So we feel in January, what we'd like to do is come out with Shane's new idea of how we're going to enhance the CBD effect,
Oh,
and actually we're going to light them, it's going to light them up. I don't know. It's going to be a beautiful thing. We really feel like the confusion about this CBD product itself, the CBD product itself is going away. People are beginning to embrace it. They're starting to understand that it is different than marijuana, and it doesn't have, I didn't even know what THC was until last year. So, I live under a rock. But I can tell you a lot of things about vodka. I'm really big on vodka. It's not big on THC.
You've been sleeping too much.
But it's never too late for me to learn. That's how I look at it.
There you go.
Well, we do know, like you said, that there have been human trial studies with CBD, lots of rodent studies, and a good night's sleep. There's a few cure-alls in my in everyone's back pocket. One, sleep. Sleep can really give your body the medicine and support it needs to regenerate, rebuild, connect, get those circadian rhythms going, boost the immune system, just course correct everywhere. Hydration is another cure-all. And in my opinion, a healthy endocannabinoid system, because it is the most important physiological regulator of the entire human body, including the skin. So we've got 3 good cure-alls: a good mattress, CBD, healthy endocannabinoid system, hydration, and what you were talking about before, just a good lifestyle. We have got to figure out how to take our attention off the things that keep us awake at night, which is part of that good sleep hygiene. And something that just came to mind is, again, I'm reading this book and they're talking about dust. And dust is a collector of so many synthetic chemicals. They get trapped in the dust. And when you were talking about the CBD and the charcoal and these layers, it's air purifying. So your mattress is going to get less dusty, which means it's going to collect less of these chemicals and toxins over time, which have their own off-gassing ill effects. So I think I need to go to Vegas and
You do.
try this mattress out.
We need you to be our education person at the point of sale in Vegas. One thing that should be said, Shane, about the mattresses in general, there's probably not another product in the household that gets purchased that, number one, gets used as much as it gets used, and unfortunately kept as long as it's kept, which is why we're on the jag. We want to increase the cycle of repurchasing these things.
Yeah.
But there's not another product in the home that has as high of degree of consumer satisfaction after the sale than does people who buy a mattress and foundation or a mattress sleep system, whatever it is, than in anything else, in any other home furnishings item. We have an extraordinary after the sale awareness or satisfaction with the product. And this mattress here, it sort of has almost like it's a trick to get you excited about it, but it really is, hopefully it's the impetus to get you to replace that old mattress you have in your house and say, you know what, this thing is 7 or 8 years old, and I'm thinking about that hygiene part, and I'm also thinking about my own sleep hygiene. If I'm going to replace a mattress, why don't I just replace it with something that has a new wrinkle, state-of-the-art wrinkle like these CBD infused mattresses? So we are going to be in Vegas with them again. It's almost like a relaunch based on what's happened in 2020. 2020 is like the lost year. It's the year of Atlantis. It's went away. So we're going to start all over again with a new wrinkle or two that Shane's going to bring to our showroom that we're going to present to the retailers.
I think we can think of sleep hygiene as almost a prevention. It's the better you sleep, the better your sleep hygiene, the more it's contributing to medicine as prevention. And sleep is medicine. We do have a question for you. Let's see. They want to know, what about box mattresses? The box mattresses are the best. Do you have any idea for box mattresses? Is that what goes underneath it?
I think what they're talking about is mattress in a box or bed in a box. I think that's what they probably mean. And this Be Calm mattress is available in what's called a roll pack offering. It's either available as a flat pack where a retailer would buy it and we'd just ship it like they stand it up in their showroom, or it could come in a box and retailer could ship it, sell it to you in a box, deliver it to you that way, like in a UPS system where you don't have to sit home and wait for delivery. as long as you're cool with having that box being on your doorstep till you get home at night, drag it upstairs or into your bedroom and ready to go.
Yeah, and Gerry said this many times. I've heard him speak at conferences and what have you. But he said that, you know, bed in the box, that concept is here to stay, and you know, you better be ready for it. You know, your traditional, the routes are all about the experience, but there's a lot of people that are buying a bed in a box. So a large majority of products out there come in a box right to your doorstep. And so, of course, that was something that he told me he wanted to make sure happened with this line, so that for people that, you know, can't get out to the store or just too busy, what have you, would have the availability for this product to be shipped right to their doorstep. And it's really easy to unpackage, and it's pretty much ready to sleep within a couple hours of it coming to. So.
We're excited about
wait.
that angle of it. We're happy about that. We're happy we were able to do it that way.
Yeah.
And I think it opens its availability up to an entirely new class of customer that typically, you know, wouldn't consider it before. So we're happy about that.
Yeah, and the products that were introduced in January, the 3 units that were introduced, you know, I tried all 3 of them, and quite honestly, I felt the support underneath. Because I'm about a 200-pound guy. I felt the support underneath, very solid. But I love the fact that there were 3 layers or 3 different models that offered a variety. And as I recall, there was Serenity, Solace, and Tranquility. Isn't that right, Gerry?
Yes.
The 3 units. Okay.
Yeah, they were the current names that we're using.
Yeah.
And maybe, you know, if things open up, maybe for January we'll come up with a 4th model. But for all intents and purposes, this is like a brand new line for us right now.
Yeah.
Like I said, you know, 2020, just somebody hit the pause button on it, and nothing new really happened in our industry. Even though we had things in the pipeline, we just couldn't deliver them to the retailers. But starting to trickle out there a little bit now. But we're hoping that by January, we're hoping that market is a little bit better received than the July market was. And we're hoping that some retailers will want to take a look at this again.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope so. I want you to have so many testimonials about this sleep solution that alone becomes contagious. And people go, this is exactly what I've been needing. We all deserve better quality sleep and a high quality mattress, because we do spend so much time on this. 1 out of 5 people in the United States of anxiety have a sleep disorder. I just like saying United States of anxiety because it is, like you were sharing with me, Gerry, I learned this from you, that it's anxiety and stress is the #1 culprit for sleep deprivation and sleep disorders. And if you can't fall asleep, stay asleep, or wake up rested, they're saying now that of this 1 out of 5 people, at least once a month, people are falling asleep at the wheel, driving.
It's a problem. It is a problem. You know, there's the Better Sleep Council used to do, not used to, when I was the chairman of it, they're still doing this research. And we were working with a doctor at that time. It was the Sanford Sleep Clinic. And this guy was like the godfather or the grandfather of sleep science. And his thing was, you know, in America, we're sleep deprived. And we're sleep deprived for a variety of reasons. You know, we work too much and we have stressful lives that can't get us to go to sleep. And we steal from our day. Like the thing that gets robbed is the sleep time. You know, if you have something to do extra tomorrow, you're not going to say, well, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to go food shopping. I'm not going to say, I'll just go to sleep an hour later. But you're still waking up at the same time. So this sleep debt, you start to accumulate something called a sleep debt. And this Dr. Dement, his name was William Dement, he had a saying, I liked it. He said, Americans are up to their eyelids in sleep debt. and it's really true. We're as a people, we are sleeping less today than we've ever before. Yeah. So we're really health conscious society. We do a lot of things that are health conscious. We sell, $200 sneakers and $400 gym outfits. We do all these things to try to maintain our well-being. This is something that needs to be addressed. Your sleep surface. What are you sleeping on? How are you sleeping? And how can we help you improve that? And look, this is a product that has an extra wrinkle in it, that has like a little extra something to help you improve it. So it's really very, very cool. We're really very excited about it. We're just hoping we can get it into the bedrooms of a fair amount of people this year.
I am a big cheerleader for this mattress and that happening. We've got a few questions about price. How does this compare to a normal Therapedic or foam gel mattress? Something.
Well, prices are all over the board in mattress industry today, and it's a sad effect. We've had imports here that have diminished the quality of mattresses, and they've diminished the average price of a mattress. But typically, a Therapedic mattress is in the $2,000 range, which is a really high quality product, by the way. That's a competitor of ours, but they make a high quality product. It's a fair price, and that's about what it's going to cost you to get a good Therapedic. It could be between $17.99 and $39.99, their average price swing. In the BCom line, it's going to start at $9.99. So we have three price jumps, a $9.99, there's a mid-range, and we may top out at something like $19.99. It's going to depend on the retailer. We don't tell the retailer what price to charge, but there's suggested retails that could happen. But the bed, you could turn up with a CBD bed that has a lot of these features really cool at $9.99 in a queen set.
I can think of things I've spent $900 on that do not last as long as a mattress. And I think I should have put my money into a mattress. So I'm doing that from now on.
Okay, get her number, Shane. We're going to deliver that to her tomorrow.
I got it taken care of.
Get the charge card though, because we're only taking charge, no checks.
Thank goodness. I need to be in charge.
Christy, the price points that I saw, and coming from a background in the home furnishings industry most of my life, I was really surprised and excited to see the price points, because I have seen brands that can be $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $10,000. Yet Gerry and his team are getting out a really high quality product for, I would say, a more of a price conscientious model that is affordable, and you're getting what you're paying for. You're getting a value for what you're paying for. So got to hand it to them for that as well, for making something that's affordable that you are going to spend the next 7 or 8 years of your life in, and hopefully get more sleep as a result of it as well.
I agree. I would really encourage parents to be buying this for their kids too. Mm-hmm. So not just parents, but like the whole family could benefit. It benefits the room, it benefits the sleep, it benefits the skin. It's a lovely solution to sleep.
Absolutely. And I did want to say, Christy, that there's been studies, as it relates to the overall atmosphere for sleep, the things you're supposed to do before you go to bed. No caffeine after 2 o'clock in the afternoon, no exercise, 4 hours before you sleep, try to eat at least 4 hours before you go to sleep. All these things contribute to getting a better night's sleep. But I will say that the number one thing I've experienced personally, and the more and more I read and do the research, is that having a consistent time to go to sleep every night is very important. And I know Gerry can definitely back me up on that. If you say, hey, I'm trying to get to bed every night at 9 o'clock and wake up at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, the more you do that over the course of 3 to 4 weeks, over time, your body gets set in sync with that pattern. And then you do get a better night's sleep as a result of it. But I also want to say that there was, as it relates to CBD, there was a 2018 study that cannabis, hemp, whether it's from CBD or even THC, but primarily CBD, cannabis significantly improved insomnia symptoms overall. However, CBD was associated with more significant relief from the symptoms of insomnia than THC. So a lot of times you hear, oh, I take the real stuff. I take the marijuana. I smoke this, or I take the gummies for this, and that's the better stuff. To be quite honest with you, there are now research studies being shown that CBD has more of an impact on our bodies for health and wellness purposes than actually THC. So it's a very hot topic, and there's going to be more research and more testing that's going to be done. We can't make these claims that this is it, this is the cure-all, because it's not. But the research is coming in, and it looks very favorable towards the cannabis industry, but primarily CBD, and primarily what it's doing for our bodies and the overall health and wellness. So it's great to see this combining of the bedding industry, the sleep industry, with this newfound industry that's just become legal in the last few years. And I'm glad to see this. And I do have to tip my hat to Gerry for, again, being an innovator in the industry, and somebody that people are watching right now saying, wow, I can't believe it. He's doing this. So Gerry.
That's what they're saying at our board of directors too. I just can't believe he's doing this. So you may be speaking to my replacement at the next meeting, but we're actually excited about it as a company. We really are. So it's, and I think being a smaller company like Therapedic, we're an alternative brand. We're not the top tier brand, but we're not those bottom, unknown, what I call the no-name brands. We're really the top alternative brand. That's how we position ourselves. So if a retailer who's not doing business with us, wants to try this, it's not really a stretch to come to a company like ours. We have been in business for 65 years. The things we do right. And yeah, we are trying different things because we're a little more nimble than the big guys. We're able to be a little faster. We're able to be quicker to market. And every time you do something like that, you always run the risk of there's side for failure. And, a lot of things we tried don't work out. I mean, it happens. But this is something that I think is going to catch on. And I think the value of this for me is I'd love to see our competitors get involved with it. So it's not something we want to covet and keep to ourselves. We want to share this with the industry because we feel the more people doing it, the more consumers will get the benefit of.
I agree, but thank goodness you pioneered this, Gerry, Therapedic. Any closing thoughts, words of wisdoms, where to find you in Vegas?
I'm going to be in Vegas for sure. And we're in the World Market Center. We're in the B building. And our address is B946. So I don't think the market's going to be a real long market. It just may be a few days, but I'll be there. And if anyone wants to come visit, they can reach out to me via our website. You could call us or just hit me. I'm gb@therapedic.com. I'm happy to answer anybody's inquiry. And if you want to make a date to come see us, we're open. We're going to be there.
I am so happy. Shane, closing thoughts?
Sure, absolutely. I just wanted to say, if to everybody that's listening, if you have any questions about the Therapedic brand or anything related to CBD and be calm, you can also reach out to S2S's, and of course, we will put you in touch with all of the folks at Therapedic. Very open arms. I mean, the Therapedic is like a big family. So, that they're always there, always answering questions, always getting back right away. So if you can't reach them directly, you can always go through S2S's, and I can put you in touch, or we can put you in touch with Gerry and Susan and all their team. And the last thing I wanted to send off with is that a big congratulations to you, Gerry, because you just recently became a grandfather.
I know. I was all excited about that. I never thought it was going to happen for me, but it did. Had a little baby, and he's the cutest little guy. So we've been blessed, and thank God for that.
Oh,
absolutely.
Goodness, that's a lot to celebrate.
Yeah.
Everyone, thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us at Hemp Your Health. If you like what we're doing, if you like what we share, if you like our products, please join our team. We're always looking for better people to join our family. We've got Fall 2020 as a coupon. Pass it along. Call us, email us, text us. Just get a hold of us if you have any questions. We're here to help. Thank you both for being here. Such
Thank
a
you,
joy.
Christy.
I'll see you in
Thanks for having
January,
me.
Gerry.
Look forward to that.
Me too.
All right. Thank you,
Thank
Gerry.
you all. Thank you guys. Appreciate you.
Bye.
Bye.